In the Nightmare Realm prison, Bill Cipher spends his days in solitude when suddenly a blue square in a hat appears. "Hello, brother. Time to go," Tad Strange says calmly. "Tad? How did you—" Bill can't believe his eyes. "I'll explain on the way." We don't have much time. Tad activates the resonance crystal, and the prison walls crack. The brothers combine their forces. Bill's chaos and Tad's order create a portal directly into the real world. They materialize in the Gravity Falls forest. Bill is weakened, his powers reduced to a third of what they were. "Where are we?" Bill asks. "Gravity Falls. But more time has passed than I thought." At the Mystery Shack, 18-year-old Dipper studies an artifact while Mabel helps Seuss with tourists. Seeing familiar figures in the doorway, Dipper jumps up. "Bill Cipher!" "Wait," Tad says quickly. "We come in peace." "Who are you?" Mabel asks. "Tad Strange, Bill's brother. I'm here to make sure he doesn't cause harm anymore." Bill looks humble. "I didn't come to fight. I came to talk." "What do you want?" Dipper asks. "To fix what I did." Suddenly, the shack shakes. Tourist screams outside. Shadow creatures crawl from the forest. Reality eaters. "What are those?" Mabel shouts. "Parasites from interdimensional void," Tad explains. "Our escape attracted them." The creatures surround the shack, their touch making objects disappear. "How do we stop them?" Dipper asks. "Need a source of pure energy," Bill answers. "But I don't have enough power." "And I don't have enough chaos," Tad adds. Mabel understands. "You need to work together." "All of us together." Dipper hesitates but sees the creatures approaching tourists. "Fine. But if you try anything—" "I won't," Bill says seriously. They form a circle. Bill and Tad combine forces. Dipper uses his paranormal knowledge. Mabel becomes the emotional center. Their energy creates a wave of light, throwing the creatures back into the void. The portal slams shut. "What a day," Seuss says. Bill turns to the twins. "Thank you. You could have left me to be torn apart." "We're not like that," Mabel replies. "But that doesn't mean we trust you." "I understand, and I'm ready to earn that trust." Dipper studies the brothers. "If you want to stay, we have conditions." "What kind?" "No magic without permission, no manipulation, complete honesty." Bill nods. "Agreed." The episode ends with the brothers getting shelter in the shack's basement. Outside the window, the sun sets over Gravity Falls. A year has passed since the events of Weirdmageddon. 14-year-old Dipper and Mabel Pines return to Gravity Falls for summer vacation once again. Ford and Stanley have sailed away on their ship, Stan O'War, to travel the seas, leaving the Mystery Shack under Seuss's management. He's now the rightful owner, proudly wearing a new red shirt with Mr. Mystery written on it, trying his best to maintain the family business. Dipper has noticeably matured and become more confident, but his drive to solve mysteries hasn't faded. Mabel has kept her optimism, though there's now a hint of teenage maturity in her behavior. They nostalgically reminisce about last year's adventures and decide to visit the place where Bill Cipher's statue once stood. Making their way through the familiar forest, the twins emerge into that very clearing. But instead of the stone triangle, they're met with only an empty depression in the ground, overgrown with fresh grass. The statue has vanished without a trace. Dipper puzzledly examines the spot where it should have been, while Mabel tries to find at least some fragments. "Strange," Dipper mutters, running his hand over the ground. There aren't even traces that the statue was moved. It's like it just dissolved. Mabel circles the clearing, peering behind every tree. Maybe someone stole it? Though who would want a statue of an evil triangle? Suddenly, the air begins to shimmer with bluish light, and the temperature around them noticeably drops. The leaves on the trees rustle without wind, and the ground beneath their feet vibrates slightly. Dipper instinctively grabs Mabel's hand, and they press their backs together. A strange figure begins to materialize before them. First, a faint blue glow appears, then the contours become clearer. It's a blue square with a single eye in the center, surrounded by a soft radiance. Unlike Bill's aggressive aura, this being emanates calmness. "Don't be afraid," the creature says in a melodic, almost sad voice. "I won't harm you." Dipper and Mabel freeze, unable to believe their eyes. The shape is very similar to Bill, but completely different in feeling. "Greetings, young pines," the blue square continues, slowly turning to each of them. "My name is Tad Strange. I am the brother of the one you knew as Bill Cipher." Mabel gasps and covers her mouth with her hands, while Dipper instinctively takes a step back, shielding his sister. His eyes narrow and suspicion sounds in his voice. "Bill's brother. How can we trust you? Your brother almost destroyed the entire world." Tad sadly tilts his square form, and his single eye closes for a moment. "I understand your concerns, and I'm here precisely to correct my brother's mistakes." 1 year had passed. Dipper and Mabel, now 13, were returning to Gravity Falls. On the bus, Mabel, in a new unicorn sweater, exclaimed excitedly, "Dipper, do you feel it? The air. It smells of pine, adventure, and a little bit of cheese." Dipper, adjusting his cap, replied, "I feel it, Mabel. And something else. The town is calling us again." "Sue said he has a very important mission for us," Mabel said cheerfully. "I doubt it's about paint colors, Mabel," Dipper sighed. Sue's sounded troubled. The bus stopped at the Mystery Shack. The SOOS's Mystery Museum sign hung crookedly. Sue's, in his usual uniform, with a paper crown and a manager badge, rushed out to meet them. "Dudes, you're here. I missed you so much." He hugged them. "Welcome home. Sue's, you look regal." Mabel laughed. "Where are Grunkle, Stan, and Ford?" A smile faded from Seuss's face. They're still on their world tour, sending postcards from the weirdest places. The last one was from underwater, from mermaids, I think. But that's not the main thing. The main thing is..." He lowered his voice. "The weirdness is back, dudes. Everything's returned. And it's even worse." "What? But how? Bill is..." Dipper's eyes widened. "I don't know, Dipper." Sue's panicked. "Gnomes are stealing garden gnomes again. Unicorns are aggressive. And last week, my favorite shovel started talking to me and demanding a vacation." "A talking shovel? That's cute." Mabel tilted her head. "No, Mabel, it's not cute," Dipper said firmly. "It means the barrier is weak. Or something else. Suze, you said we could help." "Yes." Suze nodded. You guys saved the world. You know how this works. I tried. I read Ford's journals, but there are too many big words." He pointed to a stack of books. Dipper picked up a journal. "Looks like we have work to do again." "Mabel, are you ready?" Mabel raised her fist. "Always ready for adventure, especially if it involves saving the world and maybe a new talking shovel." Later that night, in the secret room beneath the Mystery Shack, Dipper and Mabel sat at a table. Dipper was flipping through a journal. "Strange," Dipper muttered. "The journals say nothing about anomalies returning so quickly after Weirdmageddon. Unless..." Suddenly, the lights in the room flickered. Objects began to vibrate slightly. From the shadows in the corner of the room, a square figure slowly emerged, with one large eye in the middle and a small bow tie. It was Tad Strange. "My brother was always so eccentric," Tad Strange said in a soft, monotonous voice, yet with a hint of hidden menace. "All those triangles, chaos, screaming, so inefficient. I prefer order, symmetry. And of course, perfect angles. Gravity falls. It's a very interesting place. So many irregularities. But soon everything will be perfect. Square and very, very quiet. Tad Strange finished solving the Rubik's Cube he held, all sides perfectly aligned. He looked up, his single eye glowing, staring directly at Dipper and Mabel. "Who are you?" Dipper asked, grabbing the nearest book. "I am Tad Strange," the square demon replied, "and I am here to bring order